everybody, I'm Nicholas Skinner with Skinner Games, and you're here for our very first unboxing. I've been wanting to do an unboxing video for quite a while, but I haven't really got anything that's just been huge amounts of stuff or a really big, good box to unwrap. However, I came across something amazing recently that totally deserves a video. So some time ago, there was a Kickstarter campaign that was launched called Terrain Crate. It was launched by Mantic Games, and these terrain crates were made so that you could add setting elements to your tabletop games. Over Christmas vacation, I was looking in my local game store, and I saw this huge terrain crate box, but I was broke at the time. I managed to track down a copy, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So here is the terrain crate. This thing is massive. I mean, look at this. This is my head. Here's the terrain crate. Look at that. Look how just utterly humongous this thing is. It's this gigantic box. So let's dig into it. Box. Just look how big this box is. You can already smell that new plastic miniature smell coming out. I love that smell. So here's the lid coming off. We get to see it for the very first time. Dungeon Saga. Dungeon Saga is a fantastic game. Don't own it, but I played through it. It's got a lot of really nice pieces. So here's an advertisement for Terrain Crate back here, and you can kind of see a little bit more of what they got going on here, some of the things that you can get. Let's set that aside. All right, so already right off the top, we've got some trays here and this big box so you can separate things. And you get pieces. So this looks like doors, and I'll pull a few out of this so you guys can see what they look like. So here's a single door. This one's got a lock on it. That's neat. There's another looking door here. You guys can see what these doors look like up close. And there's cool. Who doesn't need more of these? Portcullises. These are cool doors. We can get that a little bit closer so you can see better. And there's a big set of, a couple of big sets of double doors here. You can see these. Oh, this one's got a bar on the back. Nice. There are 10 doors of varying kinds. Oh, here's a treasure pile. Oh man, there's quite a bit of stuff in here. Some small pieces I don't want to lose. Looks like a small pouch. But I'm going to pull some stuff out. So far, most of these set pieces are molded in a brown plastic, and it's really firm and sturdy plastic. This isn't going to break apart anytime soon. It doesn't feel like it's going to be all that fragile either. So you've got some nice durability to it, which I always enjoy. It sucks when things break. So here's a pile of chests. You can see there's a bunch of scrolls and stuff in it as well, and this is molded in kind of a dark gold. There are some small things. It looks like a pillow with an orb on it, or a crown, and that looks like rope. Can't tell what that is. Maybe it's a hat with some rope around it. Here's a treasure pile. Let's see if we can back that up a bit. These are really well detailed. I really like these. It's got little symbols on the gold even. Look like little horned devils. Satan's treasure. Oh, and that is definitely needed. A pile of armor. So this got a little bent up in the packaging, but that's okay. We can fix that, I think. Gotta make sure nothing breaks. Let's set that one aside. I'm not gonna pull these ones out of the bag because I don't want to lose them, but it looks like we have the tops to some treasure chests and some barrels. And another bag. Ooh, and this bag is just random dungeon scatter. So it's just random bits of junk that you can throw around to create some difficult terrain for your players to run around in. This one's a series of chests, or barrels, pardon me, not chests, some barrels. There's some crates here, there's a log set, just a bit of wood thrown in a pile, some more pile of crates. Here's the pile of crates here. And yet another bag. Got 3 more bags out of this top tray to go after this one. And this bag has bookshelves, many, many bookshelves. There's also a desk in here. This looks like it's stuff for a wizard's study. Oh, and my favorite, because everyone needs one of these, a ladder. Now this one's got the wheels on the top, so it's for library specifically. There are a few different kinds of bookcases in here. I don't know if you can see, there's looks like some corner ones, some normal ones. There's also, saw it, where'd it go? There's also a pile of books, so that's pretty slick. Oh, and some more cool stuff for wizard study. Here's an owl sitting on a plinth. I know this isn't really focusing on these as well as I would like because my face is in the way. What do you think? Can I get it? Here's this little planetarium thing. I never remember what these are actually called. It's a cool mirror. Wonder if I could get aluminum tape on that. Ooh, and a bunch of little fiddly bits you can lose. So here's a pile of potions, some candles. Oh, you can't really see. Another little pile of books. Also comes with a nice little armoire, or whatever you want to call this. It's not really an armoire. Comes with a nice little, another little bookcase here with some doors on it. There's also a couple of candlesticks, a nice little wash basin here, some holy water maybe, and a super comfy chair, a wingback chair, because those are amazing. You know, for your brooding gothic vampire types. My second to last bag on this top tray. Here's yet another bookcase, but this one looks a little more rustic than the others. Another bookcase. There's a lot of bookcases in this, which is not a bad thing. You can never have too many bookcases. So weapon and shield rack. This has got some axes and a crossbow. On the back side, it's got some shields and a well, because wells are always welcomed. Ooh, and a fancy stone dwarven throne. I dig it. There's a sarcophagus in here. Nice little one here. Looks like a little stand to read a book on, but missing a book. But the book is in there, so you can put it on and take it off at your leisure. Tables. You always need tables. A couple of tables. Here are the bottoms to the chests and the lids I kind of showed you a little bit earlier in the bag. And that's all the stuff that was in the top tray. So it's all setting material, you know, it's your tables, your chairs, everything to dress your dungeon. And it's got that nice tray that you can stick it all on. So if you get it all painted or you don't want to paint it, you can just stick it in this top tray and it'll keep it organized and separate from the bottom, which has got a really exciting things in it. Oh, that new miniature smell. The bottom tray doesn't have Ziploc bags, but it's got a lot of space to put in the miniatures that you do get. You get a series of really awesome adventurers. So here is a barbarian. I know, they're fuzzy. I can't do more about that. I'm sorry, I work on my cell phone. But you get nice sculpted bases. It's a barbarian. Here's an elf, looks like a lady elf. Here's the mighty dwarf with a hammer that needs to be fixed. And the wizard has come off his base, but I will glue him back on. So what's kind of neat about this is if you have the old hero quest, or you can track down the rules, you can substitute these figures right in without a problem. And now for some of my favorite things. While the terrain is really cool and the heroes are really awesome, monsters are where it's at when you're playing a dungeon game. And there's no shortage of monsters. So you got yourself a nice zombie here. Bunch of cool skeletons, like a skeleton captain, his little cape. Looks kind of like a ghoul here. It's another skeleton guard. This one's got more armor. Here's your standard skeleton with a scythe. Ooh, a chained soul. Out of all the miniatures that I've bought over the years, I have yet to get a wraith. So it's super nice to have one now. And the big bad of this set, the zombie troll. The big friggin' rock in his hand and his guts hanging out. There's also a skeleton archer. And a zombie dwarf king. Heck yeah. Now a dungeon wouldn't be a dungeon without some orcs and goblins. It's a big fat orc. It's a nice little goblin with his Romanesque helmet and his pointy nose. There's another goblin spearman. Here's this nice orc archer. A nice little goblin archer. Oh man. There's 5 little tiny goblins or whatever else you want to call them. These are amazing sculpts, but holy crap, is that going to be hard to paint. This big orc brute with big axe. Oh, and this little grunty dog thing. I don't know what this is, but I dig it. And the big bad of this set, the troll. Not undead this time, but troll. We have our 3rd monster type in this box, demons and devils. I oddly haven't really invested that much into demons and devils either, so it's nice to get on kind of your bases covered with this one. We have this double spear wielding devilly dude. That's the technical term. Here's a simple one. Ooh, this one's got goat legs. I like it. There's she-devil with these wicked looking hooks on her arms. This almost looks like an ifrit, but it's not. It's a demon. Ooh, there's some fire casting devil guy. Get this chained and tormented soul here. Well, it doesn't look too tormented, I guess. He's casting a fireball. Nice. You get this cool little Cerberus. That's gonna come in handy. And the big bad, big bloated devil. I dig it. The crowning achievement of this box is this big friggin' dragon. Here's the dragon, and here's an adventurer right next to it. The dragon actually comes with 2 different necks that you can put on. One has a collar, it looks like it's been strained. So you get to make your choice. And the dragon does come with its own base. It's just sitting in my hand right now. So at last count, this box set gives you 106 different pieces. That includes the furniture and the miniatures. You also get this really amazing print. I don't know who the artist is, but I really like this. So there you have it. This is the Terrain Crate GM's Dungeon Starter Set by Mantic Games. Now, all in all, I'm really impressed with a lot of these pieces. They're very well sculpted, they have dynamic poses, and it'll actually allow me to clear out some of my older pieces that I just don't care about anymore. It also comes in a really big box that you can stow these miniatures in and a bunch of other stuff, which is what I intend to do. So thanks for taking a dive with us into this Terrain Crate. I'd like to thank Mantic Games for helping us out with this, for making such a beautiful product. And if you guys can find it somewhere, find it and buy it. Even if you're not a new GM, you can get a lot of really useful material out of this. And from what I understand, it's a limited run, so you better snag one quick. If you found this video review helpful, please give it that old thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you can see when new videos come out. Also, if you'd like to support us, we have a Ko-fi account, which we're going to list in the description below. You donate a couple of bucks, enough to buy us a coffee. It's a non-subscription service, so it's just a one-time donation, so that you can help support our reviews. And don't forget to watch our other show, Retro Roleplaying, where we play through a lot of these old school systems so you guys can see how they work at the table. It's not always easy. I'm sorry for the kind of potato quality that you got out of the miniatures. I was hoping to show up a little bit better in the video. But if you want to see them in greater detail, go over to our Instagram account, Skinner Games Group, where you can see me paint them up periodically. Thanks for tagging along with us on the journey, and as always, happy gaming.